All right, today we're going to be reviewing the Creator 3-in-1 Medieval Castle set number 31120. It retails in the United States for $9.99 or 99.99, $100 basically. I did get it for 10% off from Lego because it was a damaged box. Nice little trick you can do: go into your Lego store and ask them if they have any damaged box discounts. Sometimes you can find something really good. They had a Luke's Landspeeder UCS set for, it wasn't a discount, but you got $25 in VIP cash when you bought it. So it was like getting $25 back, which is actually pretty good. Actually a little bit better than 10%. So with that being said, let's take a look at the set. You can either build that, the windmill and small tower and archery tree and a little stand with some knight supplies, some blacksmithing stuff, or the tower. I think the tower and trebuchet there look really good. Actually, I don't know if that one's technically a trebuchet, but I think that looks really good. I would actually probably like to, I wouldn't mind building that set if I bought a second one of these, but the castle takes the cake. The castle definitely takes the cake. It's a great castle. I think it is, at least. And let's take a look at the actual build here. So there's our castle. We have a little well with a frog that goes along with it. It does spin, but beyond that, it doesn't do anything. We also have a dragon. The dragon has multiple points of articulation. His head can turn side to side, up and down. Really nice. The mouth opens up a little bit. He has some fire already in there. You could certainly take that out. The wings move up, down, back. They're on ball joints there. And then the legs, of course, as well, have a few points of articulation here. The tail can move side to side on a ball joint or up and down on these hinges here. So you get good action on that dragon. Really nice small dragon. I've been building some of the Ninjago dragons lately, and I really like them. They're pretty cool, even though I never really got into the show. But this guy is actually a really cool dragon. I like him for a small dragon. I can't understand. That's one thing about this dragon here. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see the struggle I'm having. Now he's standing, of course. But if you lean him just a little too far forward, he collapses on these. This is the weak point right here. These hinges right here. Those are a little weak. So, not terrible still. I really do like that dragon. I'm going to set him over there. He can take a nap. Here's the main show, the castle itself. The drawbridge is down right now. We'll show you how that works in a second. Turn it around here so we can get a better look at the sides. I'll just set that down. Nice moving water wheel. So that works nicely. And there's something else it does on the inside that goes along with that. The back here has 3 birds just hanging out there by the archery range or by the bullseye there, where your archer here can fire and target practice. We'll show the minifigures in a second. It's got a little something there. I'll show you that too. The windows here open. We have a weather vane on the top here. We have 3 floors in the back on this tower. 1, 2, and 3. And then here's this other side here. Nothing much going on here. There is a window there. That's to the dungeon. There's a wheel here. I'll show you what that does in just a moment. And back to the front, we see a bird perched up at the top, and it is a black Falcon castle, as shown there with that shield. I really like the look of this castle. We have some brick-built banners here, some windows, and I'll show you something really cool about them when we get inside, if I remember to mention it. One thing I don't love is how this is not symmetrical. I'd like to see it symmetrical. I know they could have done it symmetrical. After building it, I'm like, why didn't they just do it symmetrical, on each side? But it's okay. It's not a huge deal. And I double-checked to make sure we built that correctly, and we did. But we have some hinges or some torches here at the front, some chains to hold the drawbridge. The drawbridge does move. So let's show how that works right now. If I turn this wheel at the side, you'll see the drawbridge go up. There it goes. And it's closed. Now, what if we want to put it down? Well, there's actually a lock back there. So if I try to put it down, it is not going down. Oh, it is going down. Let me see if we can get that to lock. All right, hold on. Okay. And then let's lock it. Let's go back there and take a look. You'll see what I mean. So there's a pin in there. And let's see if I can, using one hand here, my awkward hand. Okay, it just went down, and now it should be locked. So if I try to turn this to let the drawbridge down, it is not going down. It is not going down. So I actually have to put that up. It'll sit in its position fairly well. I'm going to turn it slowly so it doesn't fall. And now I should be able to lower my drawbridge. Oop, if I do it the right way. Yep, it's locked again. So yeah, you have to finagle it a little bit. Yeah, it seems to be jammed. So that's one thing I noticed. Okay, there we go. It's a little finicky because of the chains, but honestly, it's really good. That's actually the biggest problem I've had with it. Of course, that'd be the time I'm recording, but it does really well. I really enjoy it. So that's one cool feature about it. Let's take a look at our minifigures really quick. We have a Black Falcon Archer. We have a Black Falcon Spearman, I guess you'd call him. And we also have a Blacksmith that lives here at the castle. We have one more minifigure inside that we'll see in just a moment here. Let's open up the castle. So to do that, we're going to leave the drawbridge down for now at least. I'm going to move the well out of the way. The way to open up this castle is from the back here. There's a split right here. And you'll see it just, if you're careful, you gotta be a little careful with this, I've noticed. And it opens up nicely like that, so you can get in here. Now, let's go first to our fourth minifigure. He is locked in the dungeon. He's been locked in there a little too long because, well, you can tell he's a skeleton now. There's a baguette. If I can get it to spin around, you'd be able to see it better. But there's a baguette there in that bin. And there's some fruit, some grapes, and some apples in that that bin there. So we have the baguette in the barrel, the fruit in the bin. Then we have our second floor here, and then the tower floor. I'm going to take you down here. I'm going to show you what happens here. You can actually pull this off. So if you did have somebody alive in there, they could escape this way maybe. This actually goes right back up there, just like that. Nice little feature there, nice little play feature. Let's go to the side here. This other side, you have a throne room there with a fireplace. Not a crazy detailed throne room. I do like the throne itself. It's a nice little chair. And then we have the blacksmith shop, and it's a little hard to see. But if I turn the wheel, and I'm going to turn the wheel right now, you'll see that there's an action there. This hammer is hammering down on that sword. There is a sword in there. It's a little dark in there, so. And, of course, they have some armor here, some knight armor that the blacksmith has been working on. The blacksmith, this guy. I like this little detail, this mouse and cheese hanging out here on the steps. And then behind those steps, there is a chest here. We'll see if I can pull it out with one hand. Of course, I won't be able to. Why would I be able to? Oh my goodness. Can you get it out, guy? There you go. We're going to try to do this with two hands. All right, we're breaking stuff. This is good. Okay, we have a chest here with some gold and some gems. Very neat, very neat. Okay. Let's close that up. Maybe not. There we go. All right. I will fix our armor in a little bit. But I want to show you the middle area here. So it actually has 4 stories. We have at the top of our towers, which are really cool. Again, we have our bird perched up there, some flags, some torches. Then our floor right here, the mechanism for the drawbridge. I like that it's there. I mean, in a real castle, I feel like you would have an area that had the mechanism or mechanisms for the drawbridge. So I think that's pretty accurate. One thing I do like for accuracy is, I noticed this when I was building these windows here on the front, and they have them on this tower as well. If you look, they're actually sloped inward. If you can see that, I'll turn this and you can see the other side. And when back in 6th grade, which was a while ago now, I learned that castles, some castles at least, built their windows this way because, you know, if you're an archer and you're firing arrows out that window, if it does hit the side, it's at a slope, so it'll still go out the window. Now, that being said, you still probably want to shoot it straight out the window, I'm guessing, but the point is, you can easily shoot out that window. Because it's such a small slit on this side, the enemy would have a hard time firing directly into that. If they hit the side here, it would just hit a flat surface, and they wouldn't be able to do anything. The arrow wouldn't go through, obviously. So, it's nice to have that. I like that detail, and it's in a handful of the windows here. 3 of them, it looks like. One thing I will say about this castle that I wish they had maybe done a little bit more of is some more detail on the interior. The blacksmith shop is actually really good, I think. The throne room is fine. The dungeon area is fine. But, you know, maybe a couple more things in here. Honestly, I think that's nitpicking a little bit. You can always add your own stuff. And I guess in a castle and these towers, you probably wouldn't have much up there anyways. I'm thinking more along the lines of maybe some more barrels with a sword or two. Maybe a clip on the wall to hold another arrow, or maybe some quivers up there. Not really sure, just something else. I think it's missing something in there, some detail, but honestly, still really good. The set, when you built this, a lot of 3-in-1 sets that I built, even the main build only uses a certain number of the pieces. This used almost all of the pieces. In fact, you get all these little pieces, these little extra pieces, obviously, that you never really use. You know, little things like this. You never use these. You know, every Lego set has extra small pieces like that you just never use. This castle did have 2 of these left over. Unless my wife and I made a mistake, and she did help me build this. Though we're pretty good. This was bag 1, the very first bag, and they did not get used. We looked and looked and looked and couldn't find any place where they were utilized. So we think they're just extra, and they would be used in one of the other builds. If we are wrong, you can let me know down in the comments. I don't think we're wrong, because again, we looked through the instruction manual, couldn't find any use for them. But I suppose we could have missed it. But yeah, I don't think they are used anywhere. I really like this castle, guys. I really do. It clips back together. One weak point here I'll note really quickly is it does break at these pretty easily. That also breaks pretty easily. This part right here breaks really easily. If you just saw that, I'll show you. This part right here breaks off pretty easily. But honestly, it's really good shape. I don't know what that one piece in there is. It wanted it in there, that little white cylinder. The instructions said to put it in there. So, but anyways, guys, let's look at the dragon actually before we get going here. Really cool dragon. Like I said, you know, it has lots of points of articulation. Really like the dragon for a small dragon. I didn't think I'd like it, and I built this. My wife and I both built this, and we really like this dragon, actually. It's pretty small, not like the Ninjago dragons, but it's a really cool dragon. So we're really enjoying it. And you can kind of perch it up in the towers, too, very easily. It's not too heavy. So that's pretty cool like that. So anyways, everyone, I like this castle. Got a little drainage port right there. I like that detail. I love the wheel here that I showed you before. We do have a tree on the side. Just love the castle. Great castle. If you are looking into it, find out and see if you can get it for $10 off at your Lego store. You know, otherwise you might have to wait for a sale to happen at your local place like Target or Walmart. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon though. So honestly, I'd say yes for buying it. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. There's a couple little things about it, but sometimes these 3-in-1 sets, they're not the best anyways. I think this is really good for a 3-in-1 set. So 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video. I'm just doing these videos for fun. I don't really care about being a big YouTuber or anything, but I have a lot of Lego sets, as you can see my mess here of Lego stuff, and we thought we would just review a bunch of things and have some fun with that. So I'm going to post more videos. If you like them, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, you can give them a thumbs down too. But if you give it a thumbs down, put something in the comments as to how I can improve it. Again, not looking to become like professional quality, but I would like it to be nice for the viewer if they're watching it. I think in the future, people might watch the videos and say, hey, that might be a set worth buying based on this review. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. Guys and gals, catch you next time in the next review.